Oh man, I had to get me a nap, man. It has been really challenging, really kind of exhausting. Keeping up with encouraging yourself, and a lot of times that's what you're gonna have to do. Hey Nicole, thank you for joining me. Um, a lot of times when you are experiencing some things, you have to be your own encouragement. You have to. Hey Tanya, how you doing? You have to be your biggest cheerleader sometimes. Eventually, and that's what. But see, all of these things require some patience. All of these things require some commitment. If you're not committed, if you don't have the patience, you're not going to search for a solution. You're not going to look for an alternative. It's just not going to happen. You see, and again, sometimes it's the weight of the pressure that you're under that causes you to make the decisions that you make. Let me say that again. Sometimes it's the weight of the pressure that you're under that will cause you to make the decisions that you make. Okay? See, you know, if you can't handle the pressure, then you're gonna panic. You're gonna crack. You're gonna throw in the towel. That's the first thing you're gonna start doing. If you can't handle the pressure, man, you're gonna wave the towel. I give up, man. I quit. Come get me. All right, and you got too many people right now. You know, they running into some adversity, and the first thing they want to do, man, is pull out their white handkerchief and give up. I give. I quit. I can't take no more. That's what adversity is designed to make you do. To make you say, man, I can't take no more. Well, it's a lot of people sitting on the sidelines. I mean, see, you got to realize the sidelines right now is where it's safe. That's where you can hide on the sidelines. That's where everybody else is at. See, there are very few people that's out on the front line. See, the people that are out on the front lines are the ones that's pushing solutions. Them the ones that's pushing some answers. Oh, Devin, you're a troll, man. Wow, you're a troll. You're an absolute troll. That's what you are. Because you coming up in here repeating everything I've said. Why? I mean, think about it, man. Why are you repeating everything I done said? Well, you're about to get yourself blocked. That's what you're about to do. You're about to get yourself blocked, buddy. See, because there are times to play games, man, and then there are times that, you don't feel like that. You don't want to deal with that. And I'm telling y'all, this boils down to good versus evil. Good people don't want to come together. Good people are getting their ass kicked. I mean, that's just the, you know, that's just the bottom line. Good people won't stand up and defend themselves. Good people don't want to fight. Good people don't want to mix it up. See, good people don't want to get bloody. And this is the thing, man, where it's a fight for life right now. You can't be bashful about what you're trying to say and what you're trying to do now. See, this is not the time to straddle the fence. This is the time that you're going to have to be sure what it is you're doing, who it is you're following. You know, you can't be guessing. You're going to have to be sure. You're going to have to be sure. You see? And all of those people, because you got a lot of people that are playing games. You got a lot of people who are pretending. You got a lot of people pretending. And this is what's keeping us divided. Because there's so many people among us who are pretending to be good, who are pretending to be compassionate. And they're wolves in sheep clothing. And we know they're wolves in sheep clothing. How do we know? Because they're always dividing us. They're always pitting somebody against each other. See, those are the people that are the wolves in sheep clothing. And a lot of times they'll come to you in the name of Jesus, dividing you. And you fall for that. See, one of the first warning signs of a person with agenda, you know what the first question they're gonna ask you? You believe in Jesus? See, and a lot of y'all fall for that crap. A lot of y'all fall for that. See, everybody's hung up on the name, but it's the lifestyle. Jesus is a lifestyle. Let me say that again. Jesus is a lifestyle. And a lot of people struggle living a Jesus lifestyle. See, they can't do. They don't have the discipline that Jesus had. I mean, seriously, man. You got people that are serial fornicators. And will come and be filled with the Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost. And some serial fornicators. You don't think fornication has taken over the body of Christ? I mean seriously, you don't think that's an issue in the body of Christ? You don't think adultery is an issue in the body of Christ? See, just because somebody say, they believe in Jesus or they say that's supposed to put them in a special category. See, they supposed to be better than the average person. When you believe in Jesus, See, you better than that, and it's a lot of predators running around here talking about Jesus. A lot of predators talking about Jesus because they know that's your weakness. See, you got some people, man, as long as you say the name of Jesus, they'll believe anything you say. And you got some people that know that if I say the name of Jesus, you're going to believe everything I say. Man, they'll tell you in Jesus' name everything you want to hear because that's what you believe. See, only a fool won't tell you what you don't want to hear. Think about that for a minute. Only a fool is going to tell you what you don't want to hear. You see, if you don't want to hear something, they ain't going to break their neck trying to convince you with some stuff that you don't want to hear. They're going to tell you what you want to hear so they can make it easy for themselves. See, one of the things that I think people kind of forget, you human too. You got some of the same, you might do some of the same things. See, and that's what sometimes you need to take a situation and look at it and say, what would I do in a situation like this? How would I act in a situation like this? And if how you would act is different from what you see, you need to take note of that. See, we all want to jump on that. See, I just told y'all. I just told y'all. I said, one of the ways out for a black man in the black community is entertainer, athlete, drug dealer. Look at them two cats that got killed down there in Mexico. Going down there to buy some drugs. I just told y'all, see, that's an out for a black man in the black community. Is to sell some dope. That's an out. See, they made Superfly for a reason. There's a reason Superfly was so popular. Because that gave the black man, his chance to finally get the man. Beat the system. That's what Superfly was, man. Finally, a black man beat the system, selling some drugs. And that's what all of them trying to do, trying to beat the system, selling some dope. And ain't none of them done it yet. Well, that ain't true. Some of them have beat the system. Jay-Z beat the system. And he brag about it, that he got his start selling dope. So that means you ain't pull yourself up by your bootstraps. See, you came in the game with some leverage. And that leverage you came in the game with, you cheated. And then people now hold you up as a hero. They hold you up as an example. Because you started as a dope dealer. And now you're a billionaire. And people, but see, you don't see nobody that started as no street vendor. See, you don't see that. See, how many people you see started as a street vendor that's now successful? But you can find plenty of them that started out as a dope dealer. And they're idolized. They got success. That's just how our community is. That's just how America is. See, we idolize that stuff that's wrong. We glorify that stuff. See, we eat that up. We do. We eat that up. So, so you know, until we all get involved, man, until we all participate, we all gonna go to hell. Everybody going to hell in the handbasket. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. Here we go. Hi. All right. Let's talk about Nicole and how she is in your life every video you drop. Nicole is weird. Something is up with Nicole. And you don't want to believe anybody that she's up to something. You better be watching her. She's not who you think she is. I find it interesting. You better be careful. Here's what I find interesting. If she was who she says she is, why should I take advice from somebody that come up in here and can't be themselves? I'm trying to tell you, Don. You don't have to listen. Oh, really? See, because I want to know, what I want to know is, how long can you keep this voice up? See, because eventually, you're gonna almost make a mistake and come to your natural voice. Keep talking. A girl like that would be at school and be working. She'll not be. And you know, and see, let me show you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. See, that's a person that ain't got nothing else to do. That's a person that ain't got no life. That all they can do is just call me up. All they do is sit around and watch me. See, those are the kind of people that really, in a sick, crazy way, you got influence over. Because they can't get enough of you. They just can't get enough of you. And that little interaction that I'm having right there, that's probably the only interaction they done had today with anybody outside their house. They can't call nobody else up and do that. See, and notice, yeah, obviously they watch everything, every live, and I don't know why they done all of a sudden singled out Nicole. That's the part that's kind of puzzling to me. Why all of a sudden you singling out Nicole? What has Nicole done to you? All right. Yeah. That's the way they do it, Jamie. So you know, sometimes you have to live with that kind of stuff. Sometimes you have to go along with that. All right. But good people gonna have to come together, man. Good people. That's the problem right now. Good people won't come together. That's why we got the issues that we got in the community. Because good people don't want to come together. They got good people scared. They got good people fighting. You know? They got good people confused about other good people. See, that's how you know the enemy is effective. Because good people are scared. Good people don't want to take a stand. Man, if good people don't want to take a stand, who got a chance? Think about that. If a good person don't want to take a chance, don't want to take a stand, who got a chance? Okay? Yeah. And wow, this is getting okay. Really, I'm telling you, I'm kind of getting sick of this. You see, I'm really getting sick of this because if I know I don't fucking like you. I don't like the game you're playing. If you want to talk, you want to bullshit. Why don't you come up in and talk like you? Why don't you be person enough to come up with who you are? I mean. See, this is the bullshit because, first of all, man, oh fuck you, fuck you. Now I'll fix that. I will fix that. There we go. I fix that now. Let's see you call now. Let me see you call now. See how bad you are. Call now. Yeah, let me see. Let me see you get through that now. Since you want to be so antagonistic, and if you are Nicole, good. I see. That's the part you can't explain. That's the part. And the only thing that I'm trying to do is be a solution. That's the only thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put a solution on the table. I'm trying to put. I have the answer, and I refuse to give up because I got the answer, and I know I got the answer. I know I got it because too many people from all over the world then shared their thoughts on it. So I don't have to ask nobody. And my biggest challenge is still getting out there every day, regardless to what I'm going through, to still get out there every day. That's my biggest challenge. Even going through what I'm going through, to still have the desire to get out every day and try to deliver this message. And every day I tell people, man, I can't do this by myself. I can't do it by myself. Okay? See, I'm hiding I'm hiding something. The reason I'm wearing a mask. That's why. I'm hiding something. Since you want to know, I'm hiding something. Okay? And you think I'm lying. This right here is going to become pretty popular among celebrities. You're going to see a lot of celebrities start doing this. So can't nobody read their lips. A lot of celebrities are going to start doing this. Okay? This is and see this how you discover some crazy stuff. I'm hiding some dental work, and I got to think, man, one of the celebrities would love to have something like this when they out at the basketball game or out there out in public. See, they now can wear some over their mouths. And they can sit there and have a conversation. And the only way you going to know what they saying is you're going to have to be right up in there listening. Because you can't read their lips no more. So there are some advantages to this. You see, people can't read your lips. And see, that's the thing about creativity. When you operate in your creativity, you gon' discover some stuff that you know to because you trying to make up. See, if you don't got money, when you short on money, you make it up with your creativity. Don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. See, it don't matter. Okay. Matter of fact, you know, whatever they want to do. See? So, and you always gonna see. That's another thing that you have to prepare yourself for. You have to prepare yourself for a lot of distractions. Sometimes you're gonna get distractions from other people. Okay. Sometimes you're gonna get distractions from family. Sometimes you're gonna get some distractions from your health. Okay. All right. I wish. That's something. Sign language. Wow. Can you imagine? The people that have to learn how to communicate that way because they don't have the luxury of speaking and people comprehending. So they have to uh, they have to communicate another way. Can and it's something that simple that we don't take how blessed we are. That we don't have to use sign language to communicate with a loved one. You know, that loved one will never hear your voice. I mean, I think of that, man. When you have a loved one that can't even hear your voice. And you got people running around complaining. Okay? And see, I had a guy come to the White House, was pushing his son in a wheelchair The kid looked to be about maybe 11, 12 years old. And I was trying to figure out, I asked him, I said, sir, where you from? And he totally ignored me. So I'm going down the list of national anthems. And then I get to Egypt's national anthem. And this dude take his son up out the wheelchair and put up on his shoulder. He was from Egypt, in front of the White House, has set his camera up, and he's standing in front of the White House with his son on his neck, dancing to the national anthem of Egypt. That guy wouldn't even come and say, man, thank you for that experience. Wouldn't even say, man, thank you. Wouldn't even say, thank you for that experience. And probably will never get that chance to do that again with his son in life. See, that's what I be trying to show people. Man, when I'm down there playing the national anthems of other countries, see, you are there when our paths cross, when I'm there, and you're there. See, it just so happened our paths cross. There gonna be times that you gonna be there, and I ain't gonna be there. See, the reason I can sit down at the White House right now is because ain't nobody booking no tours. So to keep myself occupied, to keep myself from getting discouraged, man, I go sit down with my sign. Stop hating each other because you disagree. That's why I sit there, man. Ain't nobody booking no tours, so let me keep myself busy. And see, and let me show you. Why my tour company is up and running. So while nobody's booking no tours, man, I built me a brand. See, this whether you want to think of it or not, but this is another stream of income. It's a whole nother stream of income. So now I have my Truth Conductor brand. So now I can take my tour company and I can let my employees profit off that. Tell them, man, listen, if y'all if you want to make some money, run it. Okay, run it. And I can do private tours. Private tour with the Truth Conductor. Spend a day with me in D.C. See, and not only that, not only am I going to spend a day with you, I'm going to pick you up, and I'm going to bring you back. And I'm treating you to dinner. You see, and depending upon how creative I get, I might even treat you to a snack too. Hold on a second, I'm gonna show you. All right. Okay. You asked what kind of tours I do. Here you go, right here. That's my website right there. That's my website. Right there. There it is. That's what I do. And you notice a lot of people attack me. A lot of people attack my ideas. But you notice they can't attack my website. See, they can't talk about that. And if I was putting out some garbage, that's what I would have, garbage as a website. See, if I wasn't professional, I'd put out some garbage as a website. Matter of fact, when I first started, I was on Viator.com. That's where I had my tours at. And I was advertising. I was sending people to Viator to book my tours. So I just noticed that all of the algorithms of the tours that they had were monument tours. So I just asked the lady, I said, hey, I said, how can I get in your algorithms to include my tour? Because I'm the only African American tour in DC on your site. And I'm sending people to you. And she made some kind of wise ass comment. And I took offense to it. I said, take my shit down. Take my stuff off your site. I no longer want to be Mr. Foden. I said, no, take my stuff down from your site now. So I had to honor the tours that were already in the pipeline. I had to honor those. So that's when, man, I had to sit down and look at my website. And I didn't realize the mistakes that I had made on my website. The same caddy that I drive right now, I was trying to sell. Okay? All right? The same caddy I drive right now, I tried to sell. And it ran hot on me. And that joint must have sat out in front of my house for a couple of hours. And I went out to get some coolant and opened up that, had a white shirt on, and man, that steam hit my arm right there. I got a 3rd-degree burn right here. All of this was burned up right here. I had a honey patch on this. And I went down to the mother of all rallies for Trump. They had this rally on the mall, the mother of all rallies. And I went down there with my DC Black History Night tour sign and got in the middle of the crowd. Cause see, my philosophy was, man, if I go down here with this black business and some people start harassing me and start talking about me, see, they gonna draw attention to my business. See, everybody gonna see that big old DC Black History Night tour sign. And matter of fact, let me see if I got a photo where I can show y'all. See, 100 years from now, when they show this photo, man, I'll still be in that crowd. I'll still be in that crowd. And see, and that's what people don't understand. I could do a book on just photos alone. I could do a book on just photos alone in DC. Wow. Where that picture at? Can't believe it, man. I got so many photos. It ain't even funny. Hold on a second. See, look. See, you see that? I'm sending, I'm sending people to, hold on, let's see. You see what my signs say? I'm sending people to Viator. You see that? I'm sending them. I'm sending them to Viator. Sending them to them. And they dog me, man. I said, no, we gonna, and that's when I changed my sign. See, so I went from the DC Underground Railroad tour to the DC Black History Night tour. That's when I changed my sign. And every time I have changed my sign, I changed the meaning. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on a second here. You can't see that one. Here's a good one. Right here. See? Look. Right in the middle of them. DC Black History. Matter of fact, I got these signs. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. I got them made up. I got a lot of history in here, man. I'm with a lot of historic. I got a lot of history that when I'm dead and gone, you know, when they show, let me give you an example. I'm gonna show you a picture that you're gonna see a lot, especially when he gets sentenced, when he starts serving his jail time. You're gonna see me a lot. But and see, let me tell you how I got endearing to the press. One day, it was real cold, and I was getting ready to go down to the White House. I mean, to the courthouse. And Spirit of God said, "Take some coffee and donuts with you," because at this point, they was cutting me out a lot in the frames. You know, they cut me out a lot, and I'm still trying to figure out my position. And ever since that day that I took them some coffee and some donuts, them photographers and reporters down there, I ain't had a problem. And that's how I got favor with them. When they needed something most, I came down there and said, man, here's some coffee and donuts for y'all. That's how I got favor with the photographers. And I would go down in front of the courthouse. I sit right in front. See, because I know that, you know, their jurisdiction stops at the curb. If I'm in the street, they can't do nothing. See, but the U.S. Marshal got control of that building and the sidewalk. And one day, I was down there, and this U.S. Marshal came out. And he's a true conductor. He said, man, my wife loves you. I said, what? He said, my wife loves you. He said, every time she see you on television, he said, there go my man. There go my man. He at it again. I started getting bold. See, that's when I really started stepping into some pictures. Cause now I got one of the marshal's wife, and he's one of the supervisors. And he done told me one of his wife is one of my biggest fans. I said, oh, let me take advantage of that. I'm gonna take advantage of that. And let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something here. Let me give you an example. Show you my boldness. Now, this is Roger Stone. Roger Stone just got out of his car. Soon as he got out of his car, I got behind him. Okay, with my sign. See, that's his attorney right there. His attorney is asking me, could I move? You see the look on my face, don't you? That's the look I had on my face. Matter of fact, I got a close-up picture of that. He was asking me to move, and that's the look I gave him right there. That look on my face, man. I was like, man, fuck you. I ain't moving shit. And hope you make a scene. See, look, he's asking me to move. You see the look on my face? And that day, I ain't even had my glasses, so I couldn't see worth shit. I ain't even had my glasses that day. I walked out and left my glasses. I'm pissed off now because I ain't got no glasses. And he asking me, can I move? And let me show you. Let me show you. See this I walked them, we getting ready to go into the courthouse. See, I followed him from this point right here, back up at the beginning, all right? I followed him all the way down to the courthouse, okay? And see now that we starting to go into the courthouse, notice I turned my signs to the camera. Okay, when I'm walking into the courthouse, my sign is not straight like it is there. See, I got my sign straight now because all of the cameras are in front of me. See, so I know, and look. See, we walking down, and all of the cameras, there it is. See, all of the cameras are in front of me. Okay? See, all of the cameras in front of me. And that's one of the things that I learned was, man, when you out there with your sign, you always got to be conscious of where the cameras are. You always got to be conscious where the cameras are. See, I've now learned that if I put my sign, the bottom of my sign, right at the top of my hat, man, I'm gonna be in almost every shot. That's what I had to learn. Because at one time, I used to have a real long stick. And because I wanted to hold my sign up real high. But then I realized, it was too long. So I had to cut my stick. So, see, look. See, my sign is right on top of my hat. See, I know that by trial and error. Whenever I get behind somebody, man, my sign, the top of my sign, the bottom of my sign got to be right on top of my hat. And if I keep it right on top of my hat, I don't care what frame. I'm in. See, I don't care what frame. I'm in. Matter of fact, let me show you with some Steve Bannon. That's how I knew what to do with him. You know, put that thing right on top of my head. And those are the and see what you want to do is I'm trying to find Steve Bannon here. See, that's Steve Bannon. See that's Steve Bannon. Long as my sign is right on top of my hat, man, I'm gonna be in every shot. I'm gonna be in every shot. And see, so to show you, and this is when I got hip to the media. In 2020, they had a Second Amendment rally in Richmond in January of 2020. And I went down there. I went down to that Second Amendment rally. And when I was down there in Richmond, that's when I realized that a lot of the press that I saw in DC was also in Richmond. They had a French lady. Um, she was there. See. Here's this guy was a real big YouTuber. You see, and you see his sign say "Guns are safe." Man, I was right there. Matter of fact, this lady's son sent her this picture. You know, I be all over the place. I ain't scared. I'm telling y'all, the one thing I ain't do, man, I am not scared. I am not scared. Okay? And to show, oh, here it is. Here, see, look. You know, worst white supremacist rally ever. Look at all these guys with these big old guns. And look what's right behind them. DCBlackTours.com. All right? This is historic, man. This will go down in history right here. This one picture right here will go down in history. 100 years from now, when they show this picture again, I'll still be right there. I'll be dead and gone. But my picture will still be right there. See, my great-great-great-grandchildren can see granddaddy wasn't scared. See, after I bought those photographers some donuts and coffee, we was waiting on some kind of verdict. And one of the photographers, I just noticed every time, you know, we made eye contact, he would be like this right here to me. You know, like, come here. So, you know, I went and said, you know, what's up? He said, see that camera right there? That's a live feed. Okay? My camera is a live feed. Really? He said, yeah. This is what I did. See, look at all these police officers standing around here. So what I did was I went back and I put my sign up against the wall. It was a live feed advertising my tours. That's what I did. Yeah, yeah. No, seriously. Seriously. When you come out and you make a decision that you're gonna do something, if you make a decision that you're gonna take a stand, man, and see, this is when y'all know how I got this article. I wrote an op-ed about how difficult it was to go into business in D.C. with Black History Tours, and I sent it to the Washington Post, and they sent me an email back said, Mr. Folden, you sent this email to the wrong place, but we interested in your story. Can we talk to you? Absolutely. See, and I just knew, man, when I would be featured in the Washington Post magazine, man, my tour business was gonna take off. And I was so broke. This day, my bicycle is right at my feet. When I had to ride my bicycle, I was so broke, I didn't have the money to even catch the bus to go down and take this picture. So I had to leave like an hour and a half early to take my time to ride my bicycle down to take this photo shoot. And that's how I got this article right here. Okay? In the Post. That's how I got it. That's how I got it. See, I emailed somebody else. I was trying to complain about something else. And ended up sending it to the right place. And see, what you want to do is, when you first starting out, building your brand, man, you want to send out a lot of press releases, because you got to get yourself known. See, and this is the one thing that I learned about press releases. See, you have to write press releases in the third person. Yeah, I'm good. See, when you write a press release, you write a press release in the third person. You talk about yourself in the third person when you write a press release. See, that's what a lot of people don't know. That's why a lot of people press release don't work, because they don't write them in the third person. Well, what do you mean, right? See, you refer to yourself as Folden. See, that's how you refer to yourself, by your last name. You're referring to yourself as a third person. When you're writing a press release. And seeing when you're trying to build your brand, man, you always sending out a press release. And most of them, they're going to ignore. But the same people be pulling them press releases. And what you're trying to do is to get them familiar with you. So they're going to keep saying, God damn, they keep sending all these press releases. And sooner or later, you're going to send them a press release that they're going to be interested in. They watching you. They might not even respond. But they see your press releases. You see? And then when they start talking about you, see, they're going to tell their buddies. Man, look out for True Conductor. Yeah, he always be with the sign. Look out for him. And even to this day, man, I run into some of them. They still thanking me for their coffee and donuts. To this day. And that's almost 3 years ago. To this day, I'm still getting thank yous for that coffee and donut that I brought them. See, a lot of people wouldn't even. Oh man, I ain't spending no 40 $50 buying no coffee and donuts for no photographers. That's your loss. See, because you trying to get something for nothing. And what I'm showing you, man, bless them. Be a blessing to them. Because they can help you, not hurt you. They will help you. And I gotta tell you, whenever I experience some success, man, one day I'm gonna go back down to that courthouse and I'm gonna have about $20,000, $30,000 in my pocket and give every one of them $1,000. Because if it wasn't for them, okay, if it wasn't for them, man, I wouldn't have my brand wouldn't be what. Let me show you a picture. I got this picture. Let me show you this picture. This guy, one day, Paul Manafort's lawyer, we were standing outside the courthouse, and he decided that he wasn't going to have no press conference. You know, he decided that he wasn't going to do no press conference. He came up and he said, you know, y'all, it's been a long day, and I have nothing to say. You know, he said, thank you for being here, but I'm out. And took off and started walking down the street. Now, I've been sitting out there about 5 hours waiting on this guy to come out. And when he turned around and said, I have nothing to say, I'm gone, I said, oh, hell no. You ain't gonna do that to me. See, here's that picture I was telling y'all about. Here's that picture. This is the mother of all rallies. Right there. You see Trump sign? Right there. And look right what's right next to Trump. DC Black History Night Tour. I'm right there. This is the mother of all rallies, man. That's the mother of all rallies right there. You know, that's what that is. That's the mother of all rallies. All right. I'm trying to find that. I know I got that picture in here. Where is it? At one time, I used to, one time, I used to write poetry. You know, I one time, I would write some poetry. 2001. You know, to ease my mind, I would write some poetry. I would like let write some poetry. I would write poetry. I had a favorite one. Let me see if I got it. Cause I was, you know, I was dealing with with the hurt and disappointment, man, that my kid's mom didn't I was dealing with that rejection. And how I dealt with it was man, I got to find that poem. I got a favorite poem that I need to, and I don't want to put none of these out. I sure got one that I'm looking for. Oh, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. This is when I ran for mayor back in '94. See, this was, I ain't had no money. I ain't had no organization, man. This is my first time ever venturing into the political field. Shit, I'm learning. And, you know, Don Folden Sr. has lived in the Washington, D.C. area over 20 years. As an independent African-American businessman, he is intimately familiar with the survival of private enterprise. Don Folden knows the policies and procedures associated with starting and owning a business in D.C., and he knows how difficult it is. Don Folden will change that. As a single father with 2 children who attended D.C. public schools, Don Folden is aware of the survival problem facing our children on a daily basis. Don Folden will change that. As a citizen, Don Folden knows your pain and frustration in dealing with the current leadership because he's been a victim of it too. Don Folden will change that. Okay? Don Folden needs your vote. In September '94 primary, the November '94 election to start making needed changes in government. Together, we can fight back to win. This is my first time I ain't know nothing about having no platform. Man, I had to learn how to do this. So what is my platform? Rehabilitation and education over incarceration. I'm talking about this back in '94. See, this is what I said. Our elected leaders have spent billions on drug interdiction versus rehabilitation. Because we don't attack the root of the problem, we continue to play repeat offenders in already overpopulated prisons. Many times, these offenders do not receive the necessary treatment to reshape or rebuild their lives. With the literacy rate among our students represented as one of the highest in the nation, the citizens of Washington, the citizens of this city, the nation's capital of the free world, must fight back. The District of Columbia can no longer be a playground for people that just want a paycheck. If you won't reflect pride and responsibility about our jobs and our city, statehood will remain a distant dream. See, this is back in '94. I ain't know nothing about no politics, man. But you know, I had to see, as mayor, I intend to implement long-term treatment facilities. $15,000 a year for treatment versus $30,000 a year for incarceration. See, we got it backwards. We pay more to incarcerate a person than we to help them. And that's what big business, stimulate the economy, promote Washington, D.C. all over the world. and provide tax break for businesses which provide training and jobs to citizens in recovery. Push to eliminate federal taxes for the District of Columbia citizens until statehood is won. See, that was my philosophy. Man, eliminate federal taxes for DC residents. We ain't but 10 square miles. Man, if DC residents didn't have to pay federal income taxes, you wouldn't have a house for sale or rent in DC. Think about that. If you didn't have to pay federal income taxes in DC, you couldn't even get in here, man. You wouldn't even be able to afford to get in here. And we talking about statehood. We ain't but 10 square miles. DC can't use no statehood. Statehood ain't no good for DC. What? All 4 quadrants now gonna become their own county? What? All 8 wards now will become their own county? We ain't but 10 square miles. Every state got counties. So look at the confusion that you would bring into 10 square miles. And this is back in 94, what I'm saying. Reinvent DC government. Develop state-of-the-art management training program for district government supervisors. Revise current employee appraisal system and promote from within. See, that's what I was talking about. Because back then, every time they want to look for some help, man, they go look outside the city. Like, ain't nobody in the city qualified. Provide education reform. Provide mandatory self-esteem classes for kids from pre-kindergarten through the 6th grade. Hold parents accountable for the actions of their children while in school. Hold the members of DC Board of the DC School Board accountable to the citizens of this city. These are the things I was talking about. Okay? Implement a use it or lose it program to get the boards off the hundred of houses throughout the city. Push to change the laws that allows boards to stay on houses. We had a lot of boarded up houses where the owners were somewhere else in the country. Listen to this. Crime. In the last 5 years, crime has escalated to over 50%. 44% of that is alcohol and drug-related crimes. Again, if we focus on the root causes of these behaviors, crime will decrease. But we also have to become aware of how we treat people we're trying to help. Let's encourage people not only to dream, but to be dream makers and builders. The American dream is still alive. You can still work hard and go from rags to riches in America. But we need to show our young people that they don't have to sell death to get it. Hard work always pays off in America and in the District of Columbia. To all the angry young men out there, let's talk. If you have a plan to work, I'll help you. If you don't have a plan, I'll help you get that too. But know one thing. As mayor of the District of Columbia, we will have peace in the streets. That's how I was dealing with it. See, and the same thing that I'm talking about back in 94, some 30 years later, man, it's still relevant. See, some of the same stuff I'm talking about, it's still relevant. See, so you know, and all you got to do is just tweak it a little bit, and it's still relevant. But that's that's the history I got, man. See, this is my caddy. When I got my caddy, that's how it looked. That's how that joint looked, man. It was tight. I ain't lying, it was tight. All right. When I first got my caddy, man, that's what it looked like. I'd be driving. People, man, is Obama in that car? No, Obama ain't in here. And I kept that joint clean too, man. I kept that joint clean. I ain't lying. I kept it clean. Yes, sir, buddy. Every time you saw it, it was sparkling. And that's the same thing I would do with my trucks, man. I would keep them clean. Okay? And see, and this guy, this is the very first lawyer that was prosecuted under the Russia deal. See, I ain't even figured out. I ain't got my stick, none of that. I ain't figured none of that out. I'm just starting. See, and the only thing I got is my hat. See, I haven't even come up with the truth conductor idea yet. See, this is the first one. And this is a screenshot of a video. Right here. That's how I got this picture. That's a screenshot of a video. You see? So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And see this was the night I just showed you a picture of the limo. I just showed you a picture of the limo. Where's my limo? Yeah, that's my limo. There's the limo. That's it right there. Yeah, that's my limo, man. I mean, that joint had 21,000 miles on it when I bought it. Garage kept, man. I mean, it was sparkling too, boy. Yeah, it was sparkling. I ain't lying. And I went back. I said, man, and he only charged me $5,000 for this car. That's what I paid for this car, $5,000. I paid $5,000 for this car, right here. That's what I paid for it. You know. And I'm gonna get it restored back to this beauty. I'm gonna get it restored. I sure am. I'm gonna get it restored. Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm gonna get my baby restored, boy. That's my honey. That's the only thing I have. Yeah, that's the one I talked about this morning. And this is the only vehicle I have that my late mom has ridden in. That's why I can't. That's why I don't want to part with my car, man. And see, look, show you, man. Show you. This Fox 5. This is local news. Here, when I started my DC Chocolate City day tour, you know, I went and start, man, let me attract some tours over the Southeast. That's that. And see, now I'm I'm figuring out. See, I had a Never Count God Out T-shirt that I used to sell. Matter of fact, I just saw a picture of that. I just saw a picture of that. I used to have a Never Count God Out um, T-shirt, and I'll go around, man, and I'll be hustling, you know, between my car and trying to get my car going. And see, this is my T-shirt. I used to sell them. I had throw them in the back of my truck, man. Sell them for $10. Never count God out. You know, that was one of my ideas. So you got a lot of people that will sit down and criticize you and talk about you and try to demonize you, but they don't have the courage to do the things that you do. You see, they just don't. I told y'all, man. If you think I'm lying, one day Google True Conductor and put it on images and see how busy I've been. You'll see, man. I've been busy out there, and 50 years ago, that's me. That's me 50 years ago. When I graduated from high school, that's my senior picture in high school. Right there. There's my senior picture. Right there. Class of 1971. Oh, was it 71? Yeah, class of 1971. Yeah, that's me. Right there. 50 years ago. You know? About how time flies. Lord have time. And see, let me show you. Here's Mike Flint. See, this is Mike Flint. Right here. Helping to get his. Look, I'm right up on him with my sign, man. I'm right up on him with my sign. And this right here, this is Michael Cohen. This is when he went to court for Stormy Daniels. See, that's his lawyer right there, got his hand on his back. See my DCBlackTours.com in the background? There it is. And this was Good Morning America. That's another screenshot. See, that's another screenshot. That's how I got that picture. You can't be, if you're gonna get out here and try to build a brand, to try to break through, you can't be afraid. You can't be timid. You can't worry. You gotta believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in you, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you. And see, and how do you know when you believe in yourself? Wow, man. Man, I can just pray for you. Anytime you stoop that low, that you want to play with my dead mom's name, man, that's the only thing I can do is pray for you. I can't, that's just to show you, man, how cold and callous People are. You know, they come in, man, and play with your dead parents. And okay with it. And okay with it. So, go make you another account, man. Go make you another one. There you go. Go make you another account. See, that goes to show you, man, how cold and callous it is. Yeah, but that shows you, man. When you can stoop down to that kind of negativity, you know, you don't have no respect for the dead. I saw where this devil was beating Jesus in this parade, and mysteriously burned to death. But a couple of days earlier, it was dressed as a dealer. Okay, all right. Well, since you admire that's you. Cut you off too. Squish. Cut your ass off too, cause you just came back. See that? See. This is how you know who's who. See, that's one of they dummy accounts. Because all of a sudden now you gonna come in. Glad you cut them off, and you just came up in here. Oh, you the one I cut off. So get rid of you and let you come back with another account. You know, after a while, if you block all them accounts, man, they're gonna get tired of making them. See, and this is one of the things that I want people to understand. See, when you get on this path called success, you're going to have to deal with stuff just like this, man. When you're going to have people that'll talk about your dead mama to discourage you, to humiliate you, to try to embarrass you. That's how people are, man. They don't give a damn. They don't care. All right? How long I've been on here? A little over an hour. Okay? So you know, hey man, I got at least tonight in a hotel. And I'll deal with tomorrow when it comes. But tonight, I'll be sleeping in that bed. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna be sleeping in that bed. I don't know how yet, but tomorrow night, man, I'm gonna be sleeping in that bed, man. I'm not gonna be sleeping in my car. I'm gonna be sleeping in that bed. I sure am. Tomorrow night, that's where I'm gonna be, in that bed. See you